What would you say your highs and your lows have been um, throughout the time that you've been doing the sport? And would you be able to share some examples of those with the listeners?
Yeah. I'd say, gosh, I've had so many highs in the sport. It's just such a fun sport to be involved in. And like all the free surfs that you do, I'd say all the big wave spots that I've got to body surf have definitely been a lot of my highs. And being out in the water with a few other people, and just being at one with the ocean. I'd say getting barreled. Anytime you get barreled is definitely a high, just feeling yourself moving through like a wave, with just your body too. Like I'm a
Yeah.
surfer too. And it's just a different feeling getting to do that with just your body. And you just feel so much more connected to the ocean, which is really cool.
Mm.
Um, Definitely the trips to Hawaii that I did were highs, getting to body surf the North Shore and just some really iconic waves. And then I'd also say so the Body Surf World Tour that I mentioned, that started in 2023. And then the first ever World Tour Championship was in 2024 at this spot called Point Panic in Hawaii, which is this body surf only wave that breaks on kind of like a rock reef right next to a harbor. And it is just the most perfect, almost wave pool style wave. And you
Mm.
can just get really long rides. And to be a part of that event as the inaugural World Championships and to be at an event where there actually was an international community, people represented from over 16 countries, and getting to interact with kind of the best of the best from around the world was really cool. So that was a definite high.
That's
And
awesome.
then, yeah, and then lows. Um, I mean, in the sport, there's a I was in Hawaii on the North Shore, and it was actually my first time ever paddling out at the spot called Pupukea, and it was pretty big. And I was paddling out with four or five guys that I knew, and I wanted to prove that I deserved to be there, And so, but the waves were bigger than I was used to, and I went on a wave, and it was like the last of a round of sets, so a few of the guys were already on the inside, and I kind of like air dropped down the wave, and both of my fins, which is the only kind of equipment you use when body surfing, got like blown off my feet. And so I was finless out pretty far with a long swim in pretty turbulent water.